Hey, 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 welcome into another episode of the Seahawkers Show with your host, Todd Fox. That is me, week 4 edition, and it's a victory week 4 again, as we are now 4 games in, 4 wins in. It feels good to be 4-0, doesn't it, Seahawk fans? Oh, man, I'm loving it. 4-0, first time since 2013 when we did the magical Super Bowl run. Should have been one of two, but well, I digress. I'm tired of talking about that. But let's talk about the positives in this game in Miami. Now, if you saw my other video, before I do get into that, by the way, please like and subscribe to this video. I'm trying to get this off the floor. I'm trying to help get as many subscribers as possible. If you're a Seahawk fan, you love this video, please tell me in the comments. Tell me what I'm doing wrong. Tell me where I can. You guys have been helpful so far, hitting me up and stuff like that. So I really appreciate it. If you could pass it along and share it with other people, that'd be cool as well. But with that being said, this game, if you saw the preview video I did for the Seahawks and Dolphins, I was concerned about the weather. I was concerned we'd have some thunderstorms, some messy weather, some rain, because it could come down in buckets there. The humidity was for real. And if you noticed, Miami was in the shade for most of the game, and the Seahawks were in the sun. The Seahawks were wearing their home blue on purpose and their gray pants as road because the Miami Dolphins wanted to get as many advantages as possible, so the Seahawks were sweating it out more than the Dolphins. Obviously, Dolphins wearing white. I mean, it doesn't make too much of a difference, but it does make a slight difference, and it's more heat wearing something dark, obviously, in a hot sun and hot humidity. With that being said, this was going to be a tough game. I felt this could have been a trap game before the Minnesota game coming up this Sunday night. And Miami does play the Seahawks tough. They're one of those opponents like in Carolina, too. When Seattle would have to go to Carolina, it'd be a tough, humid game. So that was on my mind. But what I'm going to do in this video is get to the highlights and show you exactly what happened, break it down, give you game balls, tell you where they went right, where they went wrong, like I always do, and we'll see how this one turned out. If you didn't get to see the game, I'm going to be showing you quite a few highlights here, so hang 10 and hopefully you enjoy. So here we go. Miami Dolphins hosting the Seattle Seahawks. There we go.
Jakeem Grant came in the game and goes in motion and going downfield, and the pass is going to be intercepted, picked off by Ryan Neal.
Now, I'm going to give a game ball early to this dude, and you'll see why later in the game, too. Ryan Neal had a big interception against Dallas last week to end the game, and he was one of these guys called up from the practice squad. He's got the LOB hair, you know. he fits right in, and if you've seen it as a game, he delivers a couple good shots, good hits, like Kenny Hamlin-type hits, where you're like, wow, okay, this guy's pretty good. And he could challenge a dude like Flowers, who in this game – believe me, he does not get a game ball if you watched it. But Ryan Neal played a really good game. I thought he was good in coverage. He made a pick right there. Now, the pass rush got to Fitzpatrick, made the ball get deflected, but he made the pick anyway. And like I said, he's going to play good coverage the rest of the way. But let me show you a few more highlights. Here's Seattle's first possession.
Second down and 5. Wilson will go to the air again, going deep. And this pass is going to be caught by Metcalf. And Metcalf has it inside the 10-yard line. It'll be first and goal.
Now, Metcalf had a great game today, or on Sunday. The problem was he had one big drop, and I'll show you that one. But the thing with Metcalf is when he made his plays, he was well represented, meaning when he made the catch, you remembered the play that he made. Like that catch right there, he makes 2 other catches that are pretty big, significant plays in the game. But the game ball for me in this one will come down to somebody else in the wide receiver spot. But that was a good catch, and you'll see a couple more later too. Here's their first touchdown.
And it's Carson for the touchdown. Chris Carson scores, and the Seahawks quickly capitalize.
Well, Miami needed to review it.
Yeah, should have been challenged. So first down, play action. And the pass coming out to Freddie Swain, and Swain down the sideline, former University.
Freddie Swain with a nice catch right there. Again, he's making little contributions. He's trying to get playing time. And, dude, if you're making 1 or 2 catches like that a game, Pete Carroll's going to notice, and he's going to give you more opportunities. So it was nice to see Swain get a nice little catch, running yards after catch, too. That's really important. Seattle scored in the first drive, obviously, as you saw, Chris Carson up the middle from 1 yard. But here's a play where, again, Seattle could have, took more advantage of this game. I felt there was a lot of missed opportunities, especially in the second half. Miami dominated time of possession, and then the Seahawks in the first half, missed on a couple opportunities to really put some more points on the board, and they just couldn't. This is another drive. So after that nice catch, this is what happens.
Florida performer. 3rd down and 11.
By the way, watch the protection right here. Again, another game ball will go to the offensive line. I know they gave up a couple sacks, but Russell Wilson was not running for his life all game in this game. Miami does have a decent pass rush, so I was very impressed again. 4th straight game where the Seahawks offensive line comes to play. I'm very, very happy about their offensive line. And go figure, Tom Cable and John Schneider, when we actually get a good offensive line, look how good Russell and the rest of the team is playing.
Dolphins looking for a stop here. And plenty of time for Wilson. He has all day to get rid of this one, and the pass is going to be dropped. Incomplete.
That one hurt because if he holds on to the ball right there, that's 1st down into Miami territory. You're in field goal range at least. And I think that it breaks the back of Miami. You get a 1st down on a long 3rd down. I had all the confidence in the world right there that Seattle would get another touchdown. You go up 14-0 and kind of like step on them a bit. But like Seattle has done multiple times so far this year, not being able to just close the door on an opponent and leaving them in the game. They did this for 3.5 quarters yesterday.
Drilling it, and a terrific catch is made.
That's just another good hit by our boy right there, Ryan Neal. He put a nice, that's a good catch by the tight end, but Ryan Neal decked him right there. Now this next play, Trey Flowers was playing zone. He's right there. Neal made the nice hit, right? Neal's playing on the other side. Flowers decides to play 30 yards off the ball. And he was doing this the other day against Dallas, and he was doing it against Miami, and it was pitch and catch, and it was so frustrating how many times they were giving away 1st downs. Look at this play right here. Flowers drops off 10 yards.
1st down in Seattle territory, and this pass will be caught.
That's inexcusable because if you watch the quarterback on that one, Fitzpatrick, he was looking at that receiver the entire freaking time. The entire time. So Flowers should know he has Diggs over top, and Diggs had to come in and make the tackle because Flowers is still way back over here, nowhere close to the receiver. It was really frustrating. I'll show you a couple more plays later.
20-yard line, 1st down. Who's out for the season? 3rd down and 13. And here is the screen pass, and Gaskin gets...
Look at that. Neal again. Gaskin gets lit up by Neal. He dropped the shoulder. Perfect hit. Knocked the ball out. Neal he came to play yesterday. It was great.
As the ball arrived by Ryan Neal. Myers is...
So I'm going to show you this field goal right here only because Seahawk fans, look, we've had kicking problems the last 4 years, and especially since Hauschka has been gone. And I know Myers didn't play to the caliber he did 2 years ago in New York with the Jets where he was a Pro Bowler. But this year he's starting off pretty good. And granted, this is only his 2nd field goal of the year because we've been scoring touchdowns. But this is a 55-yarder, and this is the longest field goal I've seen from a kicker not named Hauschka in a while.
Kicked only 1 field goal this year because there have been so many touchdowns. And this kick is good, but there's a penalty marker down.
It was counted.
So
here's 10-3. Now we're 10-3 in the 2nd quarter. I'm still feeling not good because I'm feeling Seattle should be up by a lot more by this time.
Fitzpatrick and completes it to Devontae Parker.
That one was frustrating too because Shaquem Griffin was playing behind the 1st down marker, so the receiver just had to get to the 1st down marker, and it was a 1st down. And then this next play again is Flowers playing 30 yards off the ball. It seemed like, I know it's an exaggeration, but it was more like 10 yards, but still way too far and giving way too much respect to mediocre receivers.
Who gets a few extra yards to the 35.
Look at where Flowers is.
Reader remains in the game. Look there, and the slant pass to Parker, and Parker getting away from a defender gets inside the 20. 3rd down.
They were lucky to make a tackle there. Now hear it again. The Seahawks played bend but don't break defense, which was nice to see. They only gave up 5 field goals to the 4th quarter to the very end where Fitzpatrick was scored, spoiler alert. But 5 field goals, and again, Miami likes to do a lot of this 5 receiver stuff. Seattle's gotten a little better. Look, the last 3 weeks they have been giving up a lot of touchdowns. Miami does have a potent offense, and Seattle was able to keep them out of the end zone. Here's another time when they kept them out.
4. Dolphins spread it out, and the pass... And it's going to be
almost intercepted.
Right.
So here come the Dolphins again on another drive. This is 3 minutes to go. It's 10-6. Seattle's sputtering on offense again.
3 receivers to the left. Going that way is Fitzpatrick. and it'll be another first down.
Again, playing a mile off the ball.
Passing yardage is all even at 149. And on first down, Fitzpatrick in trouble, and he'll go down back at the 45-yard line.
The pass rush did force 2 interceptions in this game, and they also got to Fitzpatrick, put some nice hits on him. I'm very encouraged by these young guys, Monet and a few others. Let's keep it going, guys. I mean, it was a nice pass rush today.
The loss of 4
Or yesterday.
yards.
I keep saying today.
In rhythm, Fitzpatrick, and the pass.
That's just a good catch.
Devontae Parker.
That was all right coverage.
And Fitzpatrick's pass, and it's overthrown, incomplete.
So you look at the time right here.
And Sanders' kick is perfect.
Now I almost got up. To get something to eat for halftime. It was 10-9 right there. I figured, okay, there's 29 seconds left. Seattle wasn't going to do anything before half. They're too far back. They got a touchback, but then they had like a 10-yard completion. They called a timeout. There's 1 timeout left. There's 19 seconds left. And I sat back to see, well, maybe Wilson can get it to midfield and they could throw a Hail Mary before halftime. But then Wilson did something pretty creative right here. And, again, this is the other receiver that I'm going to give the game ball to, and that is David Moore.
1 timeout left for Seattle. First down. Little pressure on Wilson. And Wilson on the run. Long pass, and it's caught by Moore. David Moore with the catch. 10 seconds to go in the half. It'll be first and goal at the 7. Wilson has time, and the pass will be knocked away or caught.
So timeout right here, 6 seconds to go, no timeouts left to go. Obviously, if you get hit right here, you get sacked, you get no points. And you have to get rid of the ball fast here because then you won't have any time to kick a field goal if you don't get it. So this is a crucial play right here because it's either going to be 13-9 or it's going to stay 10-9. At best case scenario, you make it 17-9. I mean, obviously, Seattle shouldn't be in that position, but they have Russell Wilson, number 1, to find the receivers, and David Moore made a heck of a play getting open. And then, like I said, Greg Olsen, Greg Olsen made some very underrated catches in this game for first downs. Almost had a touchdown in this game, too. But anyway, he gets him to the 3-yard line. This is huge right here to go up halftime by 8, considering that they left a lot of points on the board. This kind of made up for some of the points they left on the board in the first half.
By Olsen, and it looks like he has it at the 3 and a timeout. Wilson, up the middle, touchdown, Travis Homer.
The little guy with a little touchdown inside the zone for 3 yards. He started blocking, then just faded to the end zone, turned around. Wilson hit him right between the numbers. Beautiful. Seattle was up 8, and I'm feeling good because Seattle gets the ball in the second half. And I'm thinking, first in the second half, I'm thinking Seattle's going to go down there and punch him in the face and put the game away. And I was feeling good about it, too.
The second year, back first down. First down now at the 46 of Miami.
David Moore again.
And on the jet sweep, here is David Moore. Moore gets away. David Moore tries to hurdle a defender. Your quarterback rating will rise. 25-yard line, first down. And the pass is caught by Carson out of the backfield. And question is,
if Russell made one mistake all day, it was right here. And that's the fact that if you're seeing the Dolphins are going to come with a blitz on 3rd and goal, I was screaming for them to throw a fade pattern to Metcalf. Throw something up in the corner to the corner of the end zone where only Metcalf can get it. And maybe that's a touchdown or, at worst an incompletion. You can come away with a 20-9 lead. Instead, Wilson tries to beat the blitz and throws it a little too early and behind the receiver Metcalf, and it's picked off because Metcalf runs an inside slant instead of an outside out, and boom, this is what happens. Miami defender just made a nice play.
They bring pressure, we're going to play coverage.
Right. They bring pressure. And the pass is going to be knocked away, incomplete. And it was picked off. Xavier Howard.
That didn't hurt either.
It's always a consideration, I hear.
So again, that leaves Miami in the game. And they kick a couple field goals later. It's 17-15. So this is 5 field goals later. Right now, this is 7:17 left to go in the fourth quarter, and my butt cheeks are clenched right now because I'm like thinking, here's that trap game. I don't want to lose to Miami. It's going to be embarrassing. You know, the Niner fans will talk. The Rams fans will talk. I'm in L.A. There's only a few Rams fans unless they're really winning, and they're really not really paying attention to them because of the Lakers, so I don't worry about them right now. They're 3-1. They're fool's gold. But the 49er fans, I have a lot of friends that are 49er fans, and I'm like, dude, I'm going to be hearing it. I'm going to be hearing it because, you know, we're playing down to our opponent, and they're going to come back and get us. But credit to Russell Wilson and the defense because it seems like from this point forward, they seem to step up. And Tyler Lockett finally makes a catch because he was quiet. I didn't even know he was on the field until he made this play.
Play action, and Wilson with a great touch completes the pass to Tyler Lockett. So Lockett Wilson up the middle, and it's Dallas. First down for...
I ain't gonna lie, dude. DJ Dallas did do a couple nice little runs, and he had a couple good catches. I'll get to his stats, but it was nice to see him out there. He looks like a nice little back, dude. And then watch right here. Seattle catches the Dolphins sleeping. They were trying to make moves to get players off the field because at this point they're tired. There's 5 minutes left to go, and Russell Wilson keeps him, gets him sleeping, and this is a nice pass.
Miami trying to make defensive changes quickly, and Russell Wilson going for the end zone, and the pass is caught for the touchdown.
There's that Moore again.
Is down as well. Penalty marker down.
David Moore with another touchdown right there. And so, like I said, he gets a game ball, or not another touchdown, but he gets a touchdown. I mean, he had 3 big plays in this game. I thought he was a solid receiver. And here's Miami now, 24-15. Seattle up 9. You're thinking, okay, this game should be over. This, you know, like we're up 2 scores, 4:28 to go. And then Shaquem Griffin, again, he gets his second interception to tie Neal for team lead.
First down and an interception. Shaquille Griffin.
Oh, he looks like...
And Griffin with a big interception.
Doesn't he look like Sherman right there? If it didn't say 26, I mean, dude. I mean, I love the secondary. I love the opportunities that this team can be as good as that team. And I think we're going to see Dunbar back, hopefully, for Minnesota. That's going to make a huge difference. And Jamal Adams back, that's going to make a bigger difference because if we can get a pass rush on a porous offensive line, and I'll get into what the Vikings have, but I just like our chances next week as well. But this was a huge interception. And, again, I thought no pressure. Game should be over at this point.
Here. Last week picked one off late in the second quarter that led to a Seattle touchdown, and he makes a big one here. Second interception of the game, and the quick out to Metcalf. Metcalf breaks a tackle, gets a first down, racing down the sideline. And Metcalf gets into the end zone.
I thought he scored, but he stepped out of bounds at the 2-yard line. But you see what Metcalf can do. That was like a 3-yard pass if the tackle was made. He's so strong. He pushed the tackler off of him. He broke through 2 more other tackles, and he damn near got into the end zone.
See where they spot it, and it looks like they may spot it at about the 1 or 2 yard line.
Penalty's tough to stop.
And the handoff to Carson. Touchdown. Chris Carson goes over for the touchdown,
and there's your final. 31-23, Seattle gets the win. Miami gets a garbage touchdown, and they actually try to do an onside kick, but Seattle recovers and then makes the first down by the nose of the football to end the football game. I thought it shouldn't have been that close. I predicted a 31-21 victory or 30-20 victory. It was kind of close in that regard, but I felt Seattle left a lot of points on the board. They dropped because there was one I didn't show where Tyler Lockett was open too for like a 30-yard catch, and he dropped it as well. I think it was in the third quarter or second quarter. So Seattle left a lot of drives out there, but for the most part, you know, when they had to convert, they converted, and the defense was spectacular because I don't care who you face in the NFL, but if you stop them from scoring touchdowns and make them kick 5 field goals, that means they were driving a lot on you. That means they put up yards, but you bent as a defense, but you didn't break, and you kept them out of the end zone. That's huge because if they convert 2 of those touchdowns, that's 8 more points to the scoreboard, and who knows where that could be. Again, we only won by 8 points. So the defense did its job when it had to. At the end, like I said, garbage, they were playing in prevent, so I really don't hold that last touchdown against them. But for the most part, I think the defense came to play. Now, I think with this victory, and if they can get the victory at home next week against Minnesota, which I'm thinking they should, they have a bye week before they play Arizona. And I think that's where, if you can get these 2 weeks in of practice and mental preparation, get guys healthy, and find guys roles, regular roles, because they're just interchanging a lot of players right now. If they're able to get more guys to do what they're supposed to do, I think Seattle's defense will increasingly get better. Now, last week or in the preview show, I said the Seahawks defense has nowhere else to go but up, being last as far as 32nd against the freaking pass. They came into this game actually second against the run game, which I thought they were fifth, but they were second. So that was really good. Miami really didn't run the ball that much other than Fitzpatrick. So let me get to these stats, shall we? I'm going to jump into it. Russell Wilson, again, what can you say? 24 of 34, 360 yards, 2 touchdowns and a pick. That was his first real pick, because I don't count the one from Olsen in the Patriots game, because that was in Olsen's hands, and that just tipped off his hands to the defender, and that was a cookie for the defender for a touchdown as well. Other than that, that's his first real interception where it was actually coverage, where they made a play on it, or it was a poor throw. Other than that, Wilson's been spectacular. So 2 more touchdowns, 360 yards, a very 360 pedestrian yards, and then Carson, again, we haven't had a 100-yard rusher, and this to me is showing that Schottenheimer's letting Russell cook. He wants to see him throw the football. We've tried 2 years in Schottenheimer's offense of just run, pass when Wilson needs to or when we're in trouble. But Seattle is showing that we can outscore teams by passing and having that passing mentality first. So I don't know when Seattle's going to get their first 100-yard rusher, but it definitely wasn't in Miami, which I thought it was going to be. But credit to the Seahawks, they give Chris Carson the touchdown. They're not stat pushing Wilson at the 1 yard line. Like, just hand it off to Carson, let him score a touchdown. So he had 16 carries for 80 yards, 2 touchdowns, 5 yards of average. DJ Dallas had 2 carries for 8 yards, but I don't know, man. I'd like to cut off his jib, man. He's pretty good. Travis Homer had 4 for 5. I really don't think they utilize him that great. They try to run him as a small back to the outside, and Miami's defense was too quick, and they stopped him a couple times. Well, they got him once for like a 4-yard loss. And then DK Metcalf, he had 4 catches for 106 yards, no touchdowns. Should have had 1, but you think about it, or may have had 2 actually. But he had a quiet 4 for 106. You know what I mean? Like, those plays that I showed you, they were big, but they weren't like the DK Metcalf spectacular stuff. But that's just how good he is. Like his normal is the best for some other players. That's why he's so amazing. And Seahawk fans, please love this guy, because hopefully he sticks around, signs that next big contract with Seattle, and stays here in Seattle. But he is definitely going to be one of your top receivers in the NFL for some time to come. David Moore, what can I say, dude? This guy went from a late round. I know I don't want to mess this up, but I can't say offhand if he was non-drafted or a late 7th round pick or something like that. But David Moore, dude, like, he is proving himself from the practice squad all the way up. 3 catches for 95 yards and a nice touchdown. That last touchdown where he caught it in the back of the end zone, dragging both feet, was spectacular. Tyler Lockett, very quiet, 2 for 39, but it seemed like his 2 catches late in the game kind of sparked the Seahawks offense. So he still does his thing. And then Greg Olsen, 5 for 35, nothing spectacular. Like I said, he got hit. He dropped this one ball in the end zone before I think Moore caught the touchdown, or it was before the field goal. And other than that, I mean, Olsen was making first downs. Swain had 2 for 32. It's nice to see him getting going. Carson, 3 for 20. Disley quiet, 2 for 15. DJ Dallas, 2 for 15. Travis Homer, 1 for 5. Bobby Wagner, what can I say? 10 tackles. KJ Wright, 6 tackles. Ryan Neal, 5 tackles and a pick. Like I said, I showed you a couple of his hits. He was outstanding in coverage. I liked what he did. Trey Flowers, second straight week where I'm just flabbergasted why his technique is terrible. He's covering the outside, but he'll play 10 yards off the ball, and it's just slant and go, pitch and catch, so easy. I mean, I don't know why quarterbacks aren't throwing to his side more than they really are. I mean, Dak Prescott did, and he was burnt several times. Shaq Griffin did it a couple times where he played off and they beat him as well, but then he adjusted and was playing man-to-man up in front, bumping the receiver, which he should, because Shaq Griffin's good enough to bump and run with a receiver. Trey Flowers must not be, because he's playing too far off, giving way too much cushion. I was very disappointed. He extended a lot more drives than he stopped. Like I said, Quandre Diggs was pretty quiet in this game, and he had a few tackles from other guys, but like sacks were great. They got some pressures. Another interception from Shaquille Griffin. So all in all, great opportunity for Seattle, and they took advantage, and their offense looked good. The Miami Dolphins, though, this is a thing too. The yards, at least we didn't give up 400 yards this game. So Fitzpatrick threw for 29 for 45, 315 yards, and 2 interceptions. That's huge. We didn't give a touchdown. That is really huge. He scored a touchdown on the ground, but he didn't throw for any, and he didn't throw for 400 yards. So that's progress, right? I mean, he's not throwing for 450. And then Ryan Fitzpatrick, he was their leading rusher. I mean, our run game is really good. You take away Fitzpatrick, and Miami only rushes for 50 yards total. But they rushed for over 100, a little over 100, because Fitzpatrick had 6 for 47 and a touchdown. Gaskin had 10 for 40, and Breida had 3 for 9. Bowden 1 for 5. Howard 2 for 2 to give them just over 100 yards rushing. And then receiving, Parker, 10 catches for 110 yards. And look at what that is. It's an 11-yard average, meaning that he's making these catches on these slants all day, just all day. Whether it was against Trey Flowers or against Shaquem Griffin, it was just pitch and catch, real easy. First down whenever they needed it, and that's very frustrating. Ford had 4 for 48. Breida, I can't say his name, 3 for 39. Grant, 3 for 36. Smythe, 2 for 30. And I thought really the guy who sparks their offense, and it can be like a George Kittle-like guy. I'm not saying his talents are, but the fact that he can rally his team like Kittle. He only made 1 catch, and I showed you the catch he made, but Gesicki had 1 for 15. And the fact that they were able to shut him down makes me feel a lot better for when the Seahawks do play Kittle. I know they're not going to shut him down on 1 catch, because the Niners run all these like trick plays and gimmicky stuff to get these guys open. But the fact of the matter is they played good. They shut him down. And Miami takes the L. And right now, as I get ready to finish up this video, we're 4-0, people. 4-0. Great start. Like I said, first time since 2013. I'm hoping Seattle can continue this. The offensive line gets a game ball. Moore gets a game ball. And Neal gets a game ball. I think, and then defensively against the run, they get a game ball as well. Seattle needs to continue this. We got to get past Minnesota. I think if we go 5-0, we actually come up with an easier stretch of football games coming up in the next few weeks after the bye week. So at Arizona is going to be a tough game like usual, but when we turn things around and we look at the other games that we could be playing, we do have a stretch. You know, we play Buffalo and we get the Rams, but, you know, we get them at home right away. We get Buffalo on the road, and then we start playing the 49ers, and then because think about it, people, we haven't played the Redskins yet. That should be a win. We haven't played. We have to play the Giants and Jets still, so we got some winnable games coming at the end of the year. So we don't have that real tough stretch. So that's something that if the Seahawks can stay healthy, we can have a really, really good record by the end of the year. And if Russell Wilson continues to play like this, the defense continues to improve. And that's the big if. The pass rush needs to come around a little bit more, still just creep up there, make more pressures. They don't necessarily have to get the sacks, but pressure the quarterback, force those errant throws, or just put it into the head of the quarterback. That's not going to be an easy day back there. Then that helps the defensive secondary out big time. And then maybe Trey Flowers doesn't have to play 20 yards of the ball. Maybe he can try to play a little bump and run if we're getting pressure. And then that forces that takes away options for the quarterback. No easy throws. So if Seattle can stay healthy, obviously that's a key for every football team. But if Seattle can stay healthy and the defense can improve, watch out. Just watch out. So I'm very happy to say that we're 4-0. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said, like and share, please. And that will mean the world to me. But this is the Seahawker Show. I am Todd Fox. 4-0, baby. feels so good. I'll give you the preview for the Minnesota Vikings episode by Thursday or Friday or whatever. I'll get into that and see what we need the strengths and weaknesses of that team is and see how we can take advantage. So for Todd Fox, this is the Seahawks Show. Peace. Go Hawks.